All right, welcome CFW to cycle 3. This one's called Suns Out, Guns Out. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. A lot of exciting new things coming up. I'll just hint at that. Some things are coming up, but stay in tune. There are little hints kind of within the programming as we go through, so maybe you can kind of figure it out a little bit. But this one will be a fun one. So Mondays are going to be focused on low back or lower body strength. So we'll be focusing on the back squats, just building off of what we did last time. And we're going to focus a little bit more on building volume and stamina in the legs. So how Monday works for the first day of the week, we're going to be doing a preps kind of section. It's an EMOM 6, first minute. It's going to be a 15 to 30-second plate squat hold. So holding a plate and like extending your arms out and then coming down to the bottom of the squat and just holding really good position, really trying to strengthen that range of motion. And then grab your bar, do 6 to 12 back squats, lightweight, and kind of gradually building up after 3 sets. Once that's done, we're going to go every 3 minutes and complete 3 sets of 6 to 12 back squats to 1 rep in reserve. So we're going to really challenge the legs there. I want you guys to lean towards more volume if possible with this one. So if you're doing like 6 reps and then you're like, okay, I probably have 4 or 5 more left in the tank. I want you to build up to that. I want you to get to that 12 rep range. So we're trying to get to that higher rep range as best as possible. And the goal is going to be to build kind of more stamina in the legs. So that'll be the focus for the strength work. And then our WOD is going to be for time, 80 double unders, 20 dual dumbbell power cleans, 20 dual dumbbell push press. Put it down, 80 dumbbell or 80 double unders, and then in reverse, 20 dual dumbbell push press, 20 dual dumbbell power cleans, and then 80 double unders, and then your time. So this is 10 minutes for time. Really good one. A little bit of strength, a little bit of endurance in this one. I would just say like keep a pace that you're not going to burn out at. So maybe just go into this with a strategy. Sets of 10, sets of 20 with the double unders, with the power cleans, maybe sets of 5, even for the push press as well. Should be something that you can do about 4 to 6 in a row before you need to put it down. And so if it's super easy and you're just going to blast through it, doing an unbroken, consider going a little bit heavier. Even if you've noticed that in the first half, then try that for the second half of that workout. So that takes care of Monday. Again, more of a strength, lower body day. Tuesday is going to be back into our conditioning work. We got some different kinds of intervals that we're going to work on, and we're going to work on these pretty consistently throughout the cycle. The cycle is actually 12 weeks, so we're going to see some repeats along the way, but each week is going to be a little different. We're going to have a week A, week B, and a week C, and then we're going to repeat those 4 times across the cycle there. So the goal is conditioning on the Tuesdays. This one is 4 rounds for reps. You're going to be counting the reps of your burpees over the kettlebell and the Russian kettlebell swings. The idea is that we're going to go 3 minutes at a 65% easy kind of recovery pace, and then 1 minute burpees over the kettlebell hard. So you're going nice and fast, burpee, jump over the kettlebell, burpee, jump over the kettlebell. So we want to really bring that intensity high and up, and then 3 minute bike at 65%, easy pace. The idea is to kind of recover, try to catch your breath, get back to kind of normal breathing, and it's an easy, light recovery bike, so we can work on heart rate recovery a little bit more here and also touch upon kind of that high intensity without burning out really fast. After the bike, we're going to do the same idea but with Russian kettlebell swings. Try to just keep moving for that minute, keep moving nice and quick. The idea is not to go heavy, it's just to keep the speed up as long as technique and positioning is there. So just modify weights as you see fit. 4 rounds of this, keep track of the reps, that's the goal, and go hard on those minutes. That's the idea of that. 3 minutes is supposed to be done at an easy recovery pace, so you should be able to catch your breath then. So Tuesdays, a lot of conditioning work, different intervals coming up. Wednesday, we're going to go into skill work with some weightlifting, bring some barbell back. Week A, we're going to work on cleans. Week B, we'll go into snatches. Clean technique work today, every minute on the minute for the first 5 minutes, 3 muscle cleans plus 3 front squats. And then we're going to go into EMOM 5 of 3 tall cleans. So these are kind of like a clean, but you're not using your hips. You're going to pull with your arms and then drop into the bottom of the squat, and then Imam 5 high hang squat cleans. So the goal is to work on technique and positioning, and if all that sound, build up to a weight that feels like an RPE 8 for the day. You're going to build up in weight, obviously, as you go down in those movements, because it's going to be easier to do more weight on these movements rather than the first couple movements. And then our workout for total weight moved, AMRAP 10, 5 power cleans, choose your own weight, 10 push-ups, 10 squats to follow up. The idea is to get as much weight moved in the 10 minutes. So you're going to score the total weight moved. So whatever weight you choose and the number of reps that you did, multiply that together, and then you should be able to get the total score, so total poundage. So we're training kind of that repeatable strength, more of strength endurance today, and we want to be getting about 4 to 6 rounds on average with this. We go higher than that, that's cool too as well. Thursdays, I've heard the feedback, you guys love this, so we're going to try and keep that kind of low intensity day going. I know the value of this, and I do this in my own training too as well, so that's why I want you guys to experience it as well. 36 minutes at a 65% easy pace, 1 minute inchworms, 3 minute biker row, 1 minute lateral lunges, 3 minute biker row, 1 minute reverse crunch with a twist, 3 minute biker row. And the idea here is like, let's get moving at a steady pace, get a little bit of a sweat on. I'm going to also include some kind of mobility, different kinds of movements in this as we go forward, so that we're testing different ranges of motion and not always kind of moving in the same direction, so that you guys stay mobile and also just keep the intensity low on this day. It's supposed to be an easy day. We're not scoring anything. It's just about moving for those 36 minutes. So after Thursday, we can bounce back up. Strength work on the Fridays. We're going to work on gymnastic strength. We're going to combine our pull-ups and our handstand push-ups together from the last cycle. We're going 1 to 5 strict pull-ups and 1 to 5 strict handstand push-ups. First set is going to be done at the 0 minute mark, and then the next set, so the second minute here, or second movement, will be done at a 3 minute mark. You'll alternate back and forth. So 0 mark for the pull-ups, 3 minute mark for the handstand push-ups, 6 minute mark for the strict pull-ups, 9 minute mark for the strict handstand push-ups, and so forth until we do those 6 rounds total, making 3 sets of each. So the goal is upper body strength with this. And so look back at the last cycle and just like build off of that. Now we're kind of combining that stimulus together a little bit, putting both of them together instead of having them on separate weeks. So a lot of upper body strength goal is the goal for the strength work here. And then our WOD, very straightforward. Burpee benchmark of 50 burpee box jumps for time. So try to get that done as quick as possible. That could be 5 every minute on the minute, or faster than that. See what you can set a record for yourself today, and be a really good one to just simply come back and test at the end of this cycle. So let's get that one in the books and then see what your time is. If you need to modify height, definitely do that. If you have the ability to do a box jump to that height, then go for it, as long as it's done with good control and technique. But that will be our Friday workout. Saturday, conditioning is still the name of the game, and we're going to get more dialed in. Same kind of idea with how Tuesdays work. We're going to have an A, B, and C week, and we're going to really build the conditioning here. We're going to work on different kinds of intervals here. So this week's, it's going to be an AMRAP 30, 5 deadlifts, 225, 155, 100-meter row, 100-meter run, and then a 60-second rest right after before we rinse and repeat. The goal is that we want to keep a steady round or time per round across those 30 minutes, trying to get, I would say, like at least somewhere around 10 rounds or more in this workout. So we're building a lot of endurance and stamina in the posterior chain. So keep the idea of keeping the round time similar so that we can transfer this into more and more endurance work for ourselves. So that's Saturday. This one should be a fun one. And then Sunday, a little bit low key again, but our low key is going to look kind of in 2 parts. Mobility and skill work, just easy, focusing on shoulder mapping and focusing on the really just proprioceptive mapping going forward. So what that means is like body awareness. We're going to work on different joint positions so that you can create good control there and mobility there. So we're going to do 6 position shoulder blade circles or boxes, and then 6 position shoulder circles or boxes. And the idea is to isolate those joints and be able to move them in different arm positions and isolate where the shoulder blade is and isolate where the shoulder joint is in the first place too as well. So 10 minutes, 2 sets of that, 3 to 5 reps in each position would be really good to kind of create awareness of each shoulder and both side as well. And then our conditioning is going to be 30 minutes at an easy kind of pace, 65%, 3 rounds, 2-minute row, 2-minute biker, 2-minute skier, 2-minute bike, assault bike, and 2 minutes of skipping to kind of round it all off for the end of the week. So have fun with this one. Hope you guys are excited. As I said, there's some fun and exciting things coming up soon, and there's some little teasers alongside in this program as we go forward. See you guys at the gym, and excited to get this one started. Have a good one.